Hi, my name is Frank Lavinia, and you're watching Frank's World TV half episode. This is episode 3.5, and I'm here today again at the Microsoft store in Pentagon City in Arlington, Virginia, a stone's throw, so to speak, from the Pentagon. Speaking of the Pentagon, sequestration happened, and the Congress couldn't agree to a budget, and basically there's a lot of cuts that have come, and there's probably going to be a little bit more. The world hasn't ended, quite like some pundits said it would. But if your job is on the line because of sequestration, I strongly recommend you look into building apps for Windows. The reason why is, well, quite simply, um, right now you can have a greater impact in the Windows Store than you can really in any other platform or marketplace. And I say that because I know that for a fact. I've given examples of people who have started companies just by creating Windows versions of apps that exist on other platforms. I also say that because we now have an actual documented case study of actually a Microsoft employee who works in the same division as me, DPE, who is making a considerable amount of money. And he didn't write Angry Birds. He didn't write some wacky, crazy, Halo type thing. His app is basically a bunch of card games. And I'll include the list below, the link below, and you can read his story. He can give you the actual numbers and financials or whatever. But I mean, the key here is even if you don't make the dollar amount that he made in 1 month, that's $30,000, I believe, is the number. Uh, you can make enough to cover your salary potentially. Certainly, the market opportunity here is there. The market opportunity is big in Windows 8. It's not really anywhere else. So, speaking of sequestration, we had snowquestration, which was the big storm that, well, it wasn't, at least up here in D.C. and where I live in Maryland. Got some snow, everyone freaked out, just like they do in D.C. I have another funny link, thanks to Ami, who sent me this, and very true, how people in D.C. freak out at the mere mention of snow. And, in fairness, snow is a four-letter word that begins with S. But that's not the word you're probably thinking of right now. And that was a failed attempt at humor. When I do these recordings right here on my webcam, kind of on the go, I am without the benefit of my editing software. So this is all completely live, unscripted, and all that stuff. Speaking of hardware, I do have a new camera to replace the other one. This one has an external mic input. A lot of the feedback I've gotten actually is that the video production is awesome, but the audio has some kind of echo to it. That's um, something I plan to work on, and I plan to fix for the next real episode that'll be quote unquote in studio. And look for that soon, probably next week. Speaking of weeks and schedule, one of the things that's come up is, I said I'd post an episode on February 27th, which was actually was an off week for the show. So it should have been basically today is when it really meant to do it. So that would have been March 7th. Again, it's probably bad math because I just came back from vacation and I had no idea what day it is or was. Now I know what day it is. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, just want to let you know that I've not forgotten my, you know, subscribers. Um, and speaking of subscribe, please click subscribe. I'm not sure if it's going to be here or here, but maybe in post I can kind of add a nice little thing here. Also, the Generation App site is no longer there. It's still there. We just call it now App Builder, which is probably much more apropos because you can't, really, still a great site, still the same contents and resources, and it's just called something different now. So I'll also include that link down below, and that should be it. Look for a new episode next Wednesday. Still working out the kinks of the new equipment and making sure I get the audio just right. Big, big, big props to Devhammer, Andrew Duffy. Check him out at Devhammer's Den. Also, I'll include that link. He lent me some microphone equipment so I can kind of experiment with it. and check it out. But very excited about the new camera and some of the things I got planned for the next upcoming week or so. So that having been said, I'm here tonight at the marvelous Pentagon City Mall, and you can see I'm at the Microsoft store, which they got some cool goodies here, all Windows 8 toys and stuff like that. Really good stuff to play with. I specifically chose this location because the Pentagon is going to take about half of the cuts due to sequestration, and I figured there's a lot of civilian workers, a lot of contractors uh, who might be kind of up a creek because of sequestration. They'll get furloughed, and what better way to kind of use your time off to learn more about app development. Also, I will be here, well, kind of like the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus, although I don't know, would I look better in a beard or big, funny bunny ears? Either way, it's probably not good. But in any case, I'm here Thursdays, 5 to 9, with one or two exceptions, and you can come and chat with an evangelist. Speaking of Devhammer, he covers the Tyson's Corner office on Friday afternoons. You can go to ohours.org or is it ohours.com? Anyway, look at the link below. You'll see my office hours I have posted. Um, they're called office hours, but they're taking place at the mall. Go figure. I like to call them mall meetups, if I could. And I think I shall from now on. So I'm going to stop rambling. Got a couple of good bits of information. If you're interested in writing an app, please check out my links below. And we have some cool stuff coming for the next show. Hopefully, an interview with a couple of app builders that actually used open government data and created their apps. And I've seen some interesting things happen to their lives because of it. Um, all right, that's it for now. I'll see you next week, and I really mean that this time. I will pull up the calendar now, so expect the next episode to drop on March 13th. You heard it here first. Look at the calendar below here on my screen to double check it. Thanks a lot, and subscribe!